Today I'm going to talk a little bit about freezing and specifically about freezing vegetables. We're going to talk about blanching because that's a step that a lot of people want to skip when they freeze. You can't just stick vegetables in the freezer and expect to unthaw them and have something edible unless you blanch it. So blanching is exposing your vegetables to boiling water for a specific short amount of time and then cooling them really quickly. It's important to pay attention to the time, and in order to get that information, you can go to the National Center for Home Food Preservation website, which I will give you at the end of this video, and you can access a whole chart of all kinds of fruits and vegetables, how long you need to blanch them, and how you need to prepare them for blanching. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk about water blanching today because for most home cooks, that's going to be the easiest way and simplest way to blanch, and it doesn't take a whole lot of equipment. You're going to need a large pot, preferably with a lid. There are blanching pots that you can buy that have inserts that are like strainers, but I don't have one. So I'm just going to use my large pot, and I'm going to use a fryer basket that I have that will fit down inside my pot. If you don't have a fryer basket, you can also use a colander, and once your vegetables are blanched, you can drain them in your colander and then immediately cool them down in your ice water. And that is what I have over here, is a bowl of ice water. And we'll talk about the amount of ice water that's in there here in a minute. So another thing you're going to need is a timer. I probably am actually going to use the timer on my oven though. And you're going to need the vegetables that you want to blanch. I'm using carrots because that's what I have. I have washed these carrots in advance, and I have sliced them according to the directions on the Home Food Preservation website. So these are ready to go. I have put a gallon of water in my pan. You want to have about a gallon of water to every pound of produce. So I have a pound of carrots, a gallon of water. And in my ice bath, I have about a pound of ice because I have about a pound of carrots. So we're ready to turn our oven on, or our burner on. I'm going to set it on high to get it to boiling rapidly. And when it starts to boil, we're going to put in our carrots. Okay, our water is definitely boiling. We have a full rolling boil here. I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to turn it away from myself so I don't burn my hand on the steam. And my carrots are in my fryer basket. I'm just going to lower these down into the boiling water. And that made my water stop boiling. So I'm going to wait until the water is boiling again. I'm just going to put the lid on to help that move along. So just as a reminder, we're blanching these vegetables because it's going to help them retain their color. It's going to help them have a better texture. It's going to help them retain their nutritional value, and it's going to kill some bacteria that could be on the outside of your produce. So don't skip this step. All right. That didn't take long. My water's boiling again. According to the directions on the chart, I'm going to blanch these for 2 minutes. And my timer is going. My timer's gone off. My 2 minutes are up. I'm going to carefully remove this lid and get my carrots out of there as quickly as possible. And plunge them into my ice water bath. You want them to be completely covered with ice water. And let them cool. It should only take about the same amount of time as you boiled your produce, so in about 2 minutes they should be cool. Once they're cool, I'll take them out and drain them really well, and they'll be ready to package for freezing. There's lots of recommendations for packaging for freezing, and I'm going to talk about that on my next video. So I want to thank you for joining me today. Tune in next time to see about how to package for freezing. And if you have specific questions, you can call the Benton County Cooperative Extension Office